Hello guys, we are here with you with the 7th episode of Lumion 10 tutorial. And as we've learned in previous episode how to create materials and how to load them, this time we will spend time with the specific materials. Let's open one of the scenes in one of the projects that we've previously worked on to continue what we were doing. And as we've learned before, in material section, we enter how to create material. First, we click on the glass. There are some details about glass which I need to tell you guys. So you can change the color in RGB and the amount of color you can do it in colorization, which you can say it can have a little bit of blue, a little bit of red, or whatever you want. In reflectivity, you show how much reflection the glasses will show about the environment around. If you're working on interiors, we need to increase internal reflection. If you're working on interiors and exteriors simultaneously, we should use double-sided. So the material will show the inside as well. So it will show the thickness of glass. And with transparency, we can control the transparency of the glass, and glossiness will decide how glowy the glass will be. And frostiness and relief is the texture of the glass. So look at here, we have some preset of glass for interior and exterior glass, which each one of them is using some preset setting, and this could help to do your work faster. But in the glasses that are in outdoor, they have some texture on them, which they can really help us. And as you can see, we have some different textures on the glass. So in the first page, I will just choose one of the simple ones, and let's check the next materials. The next one that we want to check is, pay attention, if I click on this material and go to new, I have glass advanced and normal glass, which is glass is basic setting for the glass without any complicated detail. But the glass advanced is the setting that we just saw in indoor and outdoor glass, which you can see it here as well. And you can create your own here. The next one is color, which you can use a color for your texture and your material without any specific texture. So here we don't have any texture, and any texture that you have here it will show only a color. And in flicker reduction, you will reduce the flicker and noise in your animations and rendering. One of the important materials here is invisibility. And in invisibility, you can invisible any material if you just click on it. It will reduce or remove the material from your environment. We'll cancel it so that my material is coming back, just like that. So here we've learned invisible. Let's check options together again. to see what is the rest of them. We have waterfall here. So when I click on it, it will turn into a waterfall. So you have wave height here, wave scale, the style of scale, the amount of light cutting, reflectivity, and foam. So you can move around with them and add some texture and some waterfall on your building, which we're gonna use this in our projects in future. I will choose glass for this one for now. Let's check the next material. Next option that is, I think, important, if I click on my soil, and from this part, if I click on landscape, landscape is something really interesting, which will mix the landscape that we have with the rest of the landscape inside the program. So let's see how it can help us. It means when we go to landscape, and if you change the theme of the landscape, that means the material will change as well. And as you can see, all of this material will change as well. And now you can paint on it as well. So we choose this one, and on the next one we can add some stuff, just paint on them. And this green grass that you can see here is because it's on my lower surface that is not changing. And if I add grass, we're gonna have a little grass here. And as you can see, we have a mixture of grass here as well. So if I click on this one and we can change it, let's go to grass like this. And we can have a mixture of themes here together. So designing all of these areas are in your hand, and you can just mix them together. And as you can see, if I lower some areas, you can see the lower material. And this could be a very good mixture. And anyway, if you select the material or change it, and we change it to the normal one, instead of landscape, we go back to the normal one. Let's click on one of these materials to see what are the rest of the options that we have. So we've talked about the standard before, it's for creating a material. If you click on import material, the material will go back to its original at the time when you imported it. One of the materials that is a little bit different is billboard. And as you can see from the picture, you can use figures and trees from this. Which works like this. You can, for your figures, use a website from Eskal Gubar or the previous sites that I showed you guys. In post-production and these people, you can choose your people. And as you can see, I can download some good figures from this one. We open Photoshop, you open the figures, and from image size, let's check how big it is. It's 21 centimeter and 36 centimeter. We go in 3D Max or any program that you use. We open a plane on standard model, reduce the segments a little bit, and choose a size compared to the one that you have there. So we choose a length 36 and width at the number we had there, 21. And in order for it to be precise, we can place them on 0 and 0. And pay attention, when you place it on 0 and 0, something will happen. Your stand needs to be at 0 and 0. So when you are working, your base point needs to be on the ground. So it's placed correctly. Let's choose a standard material for this one. We press M and then diffuse. As you can see, it's a standard material. We just click on it, we select bitmap, and in downloads, we select our figure, we select it and we assign it inside the program. We show the material, we choose UVW map for it, let's change the size of the tiles to see if we can get to a pleasant result. So in show material, we select material with map, we choose the size that we want, 1 and 1. So from this part we select the file, we select export and export selected, we save it with FBX format. And in Lumion 10 for this episode, we'll save it. And inside Lumion, we import the file. And we load the file here. So pay attention. You just need to do it once. And for yourself, just create a category. So we create a new folder and we call it figure. And then we import the model inside this one. Because the format of these files is PNG, they will enter within a specific cut. I think we did a mistake in the scale, but we can increase the scale for this one. And this one can enter with the size here, just like that. And as you can see it from the other side, but from this side you cannot see anything. So let's just click on the figure and we activate billboard. So what will happen is when you turn around, your figure will also turn with your camera. So just like this, you can add the figures that you want with high quality and just do the same process and use them in your projects and get the result that you want. And there is one thing very interesting here. You have an option called plus import new variation. If you have a couple of versions of this figure, you should repeat the same process in your 3D Max and create like 5 different type of movement of this image, and you can add different variations to this figure here. In a future episode, maybe we will do this for other projects. So anyway, like that, you can import your figures. And in materials, well, there's nothing left to explain. But later on, we will work on these settings together excessively in future projects. And I will link some of these figures for you guys. Just create an account and download some of these figures and use them in your own project. I hope you enjoyed this episode and be well.